This assignment is about how I communicate. So, by definition, human communication involves two parties who try to exchange messages in order to convey the information within the particular settings. It is important to note that messages can be constructed and sent in different forms. For example, verbal or non-verbal. On the other hand, the receiver of the message would have to interpret it and try to respond accordingly. So in my communication skill, I try to achieve the effectiveness and appropriateness, along with sharing empathy when working as a university lecturer. I think effective communication is one of the means to establish understanding and solve problems within the communities, organizations, and in interpersonal relationship. And its importance cannot be overemphasized. I think as professors and students communicate at school, both parties try to meet the expectation of each other. And these expectations help in achieving the very objective of effective communication. In other words, professors and students try to communicate effectively in order to facilitate the process of teaching and learning and eventually realize academic excellence. And I think sharing empathy is very important as well. It's an important issue in the process of communication between professors and their students, and it will be very difficult to achieve the effective communication between the professor and student in the situation where the empathy gap exists. So showing empathy in communication either from the professor or student shows the receiver of the message that he or she is being understood. So as professors and students emphasize with each other, it becomes easier to establish more understanding. And one of the theory that I've been using for my job as a lecturer is the anxiety, uncertainty management theory. So for every semester, because I'm teaching the basic course for the health science for freshmen and sophomore. So every semester I would have a couple international students from China, from Korea, from all around the world. So what I notice is these students, they tend to be very quiet. They don't ask questions even when they're lost. So for the very first assignment, I always give them full credit, even though if they got it wrong, because I want to see if they understand my material and the lecture or what I expect from them. So from there, I would go from there, and I would know that which student would need my special attention. So because since COVID, we had to learn, we have to do virtual learning. I would reach out to them because I know that they wouldn't ask questions during the class meeting. So I would reach out to them, I would email them and tell them if they have any question, they can always email me. I wouldn't call their name during the class meeting because I know that they would get panic attack. I have a very bad experience with this before, so I don't call names during the class meeting, but I would address their issues or any problems that I have on one-on-one meeting with them if needed. So, and I've been teaching for almost 3 years now, and I've been very successful with these classes, so I think it's working well. So yeah, that theory is one of my favorite too, because I came from, not a non-American background, so I understand the struggle. That's it for my assignment. Thank you.